Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on. That is a marvelous, marvelous cup of coffee. Bold, rich, flavorful, yeah, from Black Rifle Coffee Company. This is Beyond Black in the Keurig cups. I get this every month, courtesy of my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys. This was a Christmas gift. Coffee of the month from Black Rifle Coffee Company. This is absolutely fantastic. I look forward to getting this coffee every single month. Absolutely love it. It just recently arrived. Here it is. Comes in the Keurig cups. Beyond Black. It is really a nice, bold, rich, flavorful cup of coffee. So if you're looking for something to have a real nice boldness to it, check out Beyond Black from Black Rifle Coffee Company. And if you're also looking for a great gift for the coffee lover in your life, check out the Coffee of the Month from Black Rifle Coffee Company. I look forward to getting this every single month. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. And thanks also to viewer Mark Williams, who introduced us to the Black Rifle Coffee Company. He sent a sampler not so long ago. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic coffee. So thanks also to Mark Williams out there. And the coffee mug this morning is the National Cartoonist Society coffee mug. I haven't used this one in a long time. Of course, the National Cartoonist Society, founded in 1946. I've been a member for a number of years. Very honored to be a member of the National Cartoonist Society. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I ask every week, what do you got? Ken Frederick answers the question this week. He says, whole bean dark community coffee for me today. Great stuff. Take care, Mark. Sounds like it. I believe Community Coffee is a brand of coffee. I did a quick Google on that, and I saw that it's a brand of coffee. We'll link it below if you're interested. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Hang on 1 minute. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful, rich, bold, flavorful cup of coffee. Really, really do like it. Hey, if you're taking me on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. We have got a great show this morning. I mean, we've got some great shaving tips. We got a shave den visit of sorts. We have a wonderful update in the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, so stay tuned for that. We got some great comments and updates and refill. We're going to check out some new wet shaving gear. We're going to look at some questions and comments. Yeah, we've got a great show. I'm just excited to get to all of it with you. So let's kick it off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Scott Martin, and Scott writes, "Good morning, Mark. I hope today finds you and your fellow Ohioans doing wonderful." Hey, thanks very much for that, Scott. Yeah, the weather's finally warming up. Summer's right around the corner, maybe very, very faintly in the background. You can hear a lawnmower going. Everyone's taking care of their yard, cutting their grass, sprucing things up. Yeah, summer is right around the corner. And if I may say, there's something about summer in Ohio that is just right. I can't explain it, but whenever I think of summer, the summers that I spend in Ohio are just perfect. This is what summer is all about. It feels just right. That's the way summer is supposed to be. Now, I'm biased. I was born and raised in Ohio, but I think anybody who comes to Ohio during the summer months, you'll get that feeling like, yeah, this is the way summer is supposed to be. Just my opinion. I'm sure everyone out there, you live in your own neck of the woods, summer feels right for you in that area of the country or around the world or wherever you live. But for me, Ohio summers are the best. Okay, let's get on to his shaving tip. He says, I wanted to pass along a shaving tip that really made a big difference to me. This tip is 100% inspired by an episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag. On the February 27th episode of this year, a tip from Jimmy V Photography suggested grabbing something called Skog bands off of Amazon and using them for a better grip on the cube. Well, that was a game changer. And while I had the thick rubber bands, I went ahead and threw one on my alum block too. Now, to my tip, inspired by Jimmy V. 10 years ago, I bought a gorgeous silver tip Badger brush with a heavy, beautiful nickel handle that I treasured. It wasn't cheap either. Over the years, I'm sorry to say, the bristles lost so much of their backbone that it was like trying to lather up with a ball of cotton. No good at all, and I retired the brush to the back corners of the shave cave. Well, after your show, I had the thought to take one of these scog bands and try to wrap the base of the knot and give it some of its backbone back. Not only did the trick work, that brush feels like I just picked it up yesterday. I'm so happy to have it back in my rotation. So, thanks to your show, and thanks to your very smart and clever viewers for helping me make that happen. Best regards, Scott. Wow, Scott, that's an absolutely great tip, inspired by our own Jimmy V. Hey, Jimmy, thanks very much for inspiring Scott with a great shaving tip. And Scott, thanks for sending those photos so we could all see exactly how that works. Absolutely fantastic. Folks, if you've got a shaving brush that has lost some backbone, try this shaving tip from Scott, inspired by Jimmy V. Thanks again, Scott. Really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, Scott, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it on the morning shaving tip here on the Monday morning mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Scott, thanks very much for a really neat tip inspired by Jimmy V. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have an extra shave tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Tyler Fike. And Tyler previously told us about his ordering a Lord L5 razor. He already has a Lord L6, and we've talked about the Lord L6 before on the show. The Lord L5 has a Gillette Tech-style razor head. He was going to use it and report back and give us kind of a comparison report between the L5 and the L6. Now, he did receive his L5, and here's what he wrote. I just had a shave with the Lord L5. Well, kind of. Let me explain. Laugh out loud. So the razor I received from Amazon was not technically the L5 from the photos. It was an L5 variant, I guess you could say. The razor I received had a plastic base plate and an extra open comb plastic base plate with it. The handle is identical to the L6 on the one I received. At first, I was a little upset about getting what appeared to be an even cheaper version of it, but then I realized something. I had a Dollar Tree tech razor in my cabinet that I bought a while back for a quick weekend getaway. The base plate from it is identical to the plastic one from the L5. I swapped them out and ta-da! They fit together perfectly. Now onto the shave. It was very efficient but smooth. This is definitely a mid to slightly aggressive razor, but it was comfortable. No nicks or irritation, and it took 2 days of growth down to BBS in 2 passes with a slight touch-up. All in all, great shave. I used the Lord Super Chrome blade it came with, but I'm looking forward to trying some other blades also. Well, hey, Tyler, thanks very much for this extra tip. There you go, folks. If you happen to purchase the Lord L5 and thinking you're going to get an L5 with a metal base plate, and it comes with a plastic base plate, 2 plastic base plates, one straight bar and one open comb, and you don't like that, hey, grab a Dollar Tree Tech razor, and that base plate, you can swap it out with the L5, and from what Tyler says, you get a nice, comfortable, somewhat aggressive, efficient shave with it, but no nicks, no cuts, no irritation. So he got a great shave, 2 passes, 2 days worth of beard growth. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Sounds like it really works very, very well. Now, I also had the Dollar Tree Tech razor, and wow, I could not get through that shave with that particular razor. Maybe the key then is to get the L5 and to swap out the base plate as Tyler did, and maybe I can make that work for myself because I still have it and I just haven't gotten around to using it again. The shave was so rough and aggressive for me. But maybe if I take that base plate and put it on an L5 cap and handle, hey, you know what? Ta-da! I might get a great shave with it. So if you have either of those razors or you have the Dollar Tree Tech and it's not working for you, get an L5. It's only a few dollars, maybe what, $7, $8, something like that. See, swap it out, see if it works for you. If you get the one with the plastic base plates. Tyler, thanks very, very much for that extra shaving tip this morning. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have a Shave Den visit, and it comes from viewer Harry Alexander. Now, in a previous Monday morning mailbag, Harry sent in a shaving tip. We did a sketch for him, and when he sent in his snail mail address, he also sent along a photo of his razor and brush daily use lineup. And he wrote, I've included a photo of my razor and brush daily use lineup. My daily shave soap is Dove Sensitive. Alum is used post-shave. The brush in the picture is the Phoenix Shaving Atomic Rocket. Razors in the picture from left to right are the Wilkinson Sword, branded as Schick in Australia, twist-to-open razor, an aggressive Henson AL13, a medium Henson AL13, a modern Gillette Tech-style razor from China, and the Phoenix Shaving Prismatic Razor. And he kind of gave us a little breakdown of each of those razors. And he wrote, the Schick Butterfly Twist-to-Open Razor. I think this is the Wilkinson Sword Butterfly Twist-to-Open Razor, but it's branded as Schick when sold in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have checked photos of both, and they appear to be the same. The Schick one here in Australia can be found either in barbershops or in some supermarkets locally and online. Here's what he has to say about the Henson razors. Both of these give me great results. I use them especially when I'm half asleep, am very busy, tired, and need to shave quickly. He goes on to talk about the Gillette Tech razor here. He says, a real modern Gillette Tech style razor with plastic handle that's sold in China. The brand Gillette is stamped on the razor head. I found it online. It came in a pack with one Gillette blue blade. It works for me. This Gillette Tech razor was what I used when I first started shaving eons ago. Super Gillette blue blades is printed on the top left of the pack, and there's a cartoon-style image, King Camp Gillette, on the upper right of the pack. All the writing on the pack is in Chinese. Here's what he has to say about the prismatic razor from Phoenix Shaving, the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, or PAA Prismatic Razor. The prismatic works for my skin type. It's comfortable on my skin, but shaves very efficiently if I tune into its best angle, which then seems to vary according to where I'm at on my face and neck when I'm shaving. Yet there seems to be one angle this razor performs well with. It seems to be where I can feel the blade, base plate edge, and top cap lower edge all at the same time. Yet a light touch, even though this razor is a medium weighted one, must be used for this angle or the prismatic will bite or slice. Yes, I'm still learning to use this one, laugh out loud, but it's worth it. And then he concludes here, lastly, the Phoenix or PAA Atomic Rocket Brush. I use this with the PAA Travel Scuttle. This brush and scuttle paired together for me works very well. The lather flows out fairly quickly. Yeah, well, you know, I love using the Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle. I'm so glad to hear that it works very well for you, Harry. Yeah, and I think the Atomic Rocket and the Travel Scuttle pair up very, very well. The Atomic Rocket, I believe, was my first Phoenix shaving brush as well, and it just knocked my socks off. It's absolutely fantastic. Hey, Harry, thanks very much for sending along that lineup and sharing that with all the viewers out there. Really neat to see that. Folks, if you have some shaved end photos, some photos of your daily lineup of razors and brushes, send them into the Monday Morning Mailbag and we'll share them with all the viewers out there. So Harry, thanks very much for sending that in. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. So go on up to your favorite streaming service and simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more. And the Monday Morning Mailbag and our other podcast, Second Cup, should come right up. Both are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Again, simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more. And the Monday Morning Mailbag as a podcast will come right up, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup. Once more, both are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Well, here's another reminder that Maggard Razors is hosting their 6th annual wet shaving meetup on June 3rd, 2023 in Adrian, Michigan. The time I'm recording this video, tickets are still available. They're $34 each. Wow, you get some great stuff for that price. You get a meal voucher at a participating downtown Adrian restaurant, free soft drinks and water for the day, entrance into the drawings for door prizes, guaranteed 100 plus winners chosen, some big ticket items. They're going to have guaranteed samples and freebies from most of the vendors in attendance, a massive pay it forward PIF table. Looking forward to that one. And they've got some great vendors that are going to be there. Ariana Evans, Barrister and Mann, Captain's Choice, Katie's Bubbles. I'll get you the link. You can go up there and see everyone that's going to be attending this. It looks like a really, really wonderful, wonderful event. Notable guests, Mantic 59 of the Sharpologist, Michael Friedberg, Jinx the Cat, and HD Shave. So check it out. I'll have a link below. Again, at the time I'm recording this video, tickets are still available. They're only limited to 220 attendees, and they have 20 vendors. So it looks like a really, really terrific event. I've got my ticket. I plan on being there. I hope to see you there. Again, Maggard Razors is hosting their 6th annual wet shaving meetup on June 3rd, 2023. The time I'm recording this video, tickets are still available. I'll link it below. Check it out. I hope to see you there. Well, I just mentioned the Maggard Razors meetup on June 3rd, 2023, and that's going to be a one-tank trip for me. Speaking of hitting the road, Joel Toronto shared the following here. Hi, Mark. We were traveling and stopped at a Cracker Barrel, sat down at our table and looked to my right and saw this sign, laugh out loud. And the sign reads, single edge or double edge for a sweet shave, use golden honey blades, rust-resisting gold blades, 4 for 10 cents. How about that? Now, I did a Google search on this, and yeah, these were actual razor blades. I guess they were sold in the 20s, 30s, 40s, I think. You can find some of this signage artwork on eBay for sale. I'm not entirely sure about the blades themselves, but the signage seems to be for sale on eBay, so you can get one of these signs, I guess. That is really, really neat, Joel. Hey, if any of you have the history or know anything of the history of these golden honey razor blades, please comment below and let us know. Really, really very, very interesting. You never know what you're going to see when you go into a restaurant or you're out on the road. Some wet shaving, some great, great wet shaving history all around us. That's really, really neat. Hey, Joel, thanks very much for sending that in. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, we have a really wonderful update to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway this morning. As you know, the channel is approaching 10,000 subscribers, and when we get to 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And we have got some absolutely wonderful items contributed by some very, very generous viewers out there. Absolutely wonderful. And my sincere thanks to all of them for their really, really wonderful, wonderful contributions. This week, we have an amazing contribution from viewer George Haven. Now, as you recall, George very, very kindly sent along a story about River, the dog that got caught up on the roof. That was in a previous Monday morning mailbag. And if you haven't seen that, check it out in a previous Monday morning mailbag. It was absolutely, really a funny story. And again, I'm glad that River and the dog River and everyone involved, it was a happy ending, is what I'm saying. Anyhow, George very, very kindly emailed and said, "Hi, Mark. I have several items I'd like to contribute to the 10,000 giveaway. Do you want me to send a list? Thanks, George Haven. P.S. Glad you enjoyed the dog story with River." Yeah, I really did enjoy the story again. And I said, sure, yeah, send a list. Be more than happy to receive these for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And he did send a list, and I have the items here. And here's what George Haven very, 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 very kindly and generously sent along. We're going to go through everything one by one here. 1 puck of Edwin Jagger shave soap right here. 1 puck of On Boss goat milk and tallow soap from New Zealand. 1 5.8 ounce tub of Sterling frozen tundra shave soap. 1 5.8 ounce tub of Sterling British leather shave soap. 1 5.8 ounce tub of Sterling Barbershop shave soap right there. 1 Sterling Duke shampoo bar. 1 Maggard Razors 0.95 gram alum block in plastic travel case. 1 synthetic brush from Frank Shaving. 1 Omega boar brush. 1 On Boss boar brush. 1 brush stand right there. Set that in like a little box over here that I'm kind of moving everything over to. 1 Rapura razor with 5 Swedish super steel blades right there. How about that? Huh? Absolutely wonderful. 1 On Boss travel shave bowl right there. Isn't that a beautiful size for travel? Yeah, absolutely fantastic. 5-pack razor blade assortment containing the following. Okay, let me just get these out here so I can get through them. Okay, here we go. He has here 1 5-pack of sharp Swiss titanium blades, 1 5-pack of Phoenix Shaving Strangelet blades, 1 pack of Lord Platinum blades, 1 pack of Vashgod Teflon blades, and 1 5-pack of Vijon Super Platinum blades. How about that, huh? He also sent along 1 chrome twist-to-open mild razor right there. Okay, twist-to-open mild razor right there. And 1 rose gold twist-to-open mild razor. How about that? So 2 more razors for all that. He says here, please feel free to split the above up any way you choose. Thanks for all you do and blessings, George Haven. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. And he writes here, P.S. All the above items are new and unused, except the last 2 items, twist-to-open razors, but they are virtually unused and have been sterilized, just so you know. So that is absolutely fantastic and wonderful. Thank you very, very much, George. Absolutely fantastic, wonderful contributions to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you very, very much. And wow, I am so flattered. I'm so honored. I'm so humbled. Thank you very, very much, George. Very, very generous. I mean, here, let me just if I put the razors in here along with the blades, And here's the box right here. I mean, it is just overflowing. Like you can see right here, it's just overflowing with all this wonderful shave gear. This is going to be part of the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and he's allowing me to break this up anyway I see fit. So it looks like we're going to have several prize packages to give away due to the generosity of the following folks: Jimmy V Photography, Beth Jones, Tyler Fike, Charles Price, Alex Lopez, Scott Martin, James Sefton, all the folks at Pretech, and now George Haven. George, thank you very, very much. Thanks to everyone who have contributed, who have contributed. I really, really do appreciate it. This is really shaping up to be a very, very special 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So we'll keep you updated as items come in, and we're getting closer to that 10,000 subscriber number. And thank you all very much for your kind words and your support and your contributions and your very, very, very generous donations to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm very, very grateful. Heartfelt appreciation. Thank you all very, very much. And again, George, thank you for this treasure trove of great, great shaving gear. Thank you very, very much. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Again, Beyond Black, right here. Yeah, Beyond Black, Black Rifle Coffee Company, BB, Beyond Black. This is really, really, really terrific. A nice, bold, flavorful, rich cup of coffee. Absolutely. And again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. We've got some great topics in refill, and we're kind of revisiting that little mishap I had with an alum block where I kind of scratched my face here on my cheek. And you can see, you can barely see it. I mean, it's all healed up. I mean, pretty amazing how it healed up. A couple of things that come into play here for the healing process. Well, I'll share that with you in a little bit, but let's get to some of these refill comments regarding that. Alfred Spencer wrote, speaking of alum blocks, sometimes they will be rough, and what works great is just a piece of fine grit sandpaper. Also works great to round off a sharp edge if you drop the block and a corner breaks off. Speaking from experience, yes. You know what? I did drop one alum block, and yeah, those shards can get kind of sharp. So yeah, a great, great tip there, Alfred. Thanks very, very much. Paul Desjardins said, morning, Mark. Yes, sometimes my alum block can get a bit rough. I use a light 240 sandpaper to resolve this. Thanks again, Paul, for the suggestion about a little bit of fine grit sandpaper to smooth things out. Supernova wrote, hi, Mark, great shave video. A few months ago, I had a similar incident where the alum block caused several hairline scratches over the face. They did not bleed, but I could discern linear bleeding under the skin. Took like a week to resolve without any problems. Have a great week, Supernova. Hey, thanks very much for that. Now, again, I've healed up. You can barely see. I mean, I don't even think it's there anymore, really. A couple of things that really, really worked well for me. Number one, a really good artisan shave soap that gave me some really, really good protection. So I was using, like Black Heart. You saw this review this past week. This was really great. It had some really nice, great protective skin food ingredients. That worked great. Also, Denton Magic Masters of the Green. That worked really, really well. I was using Phoenix Shaving Honeysuckle. Wonderful CK6. Great, great protection from CK6, and also the Doppelganger green label from Phoenix Shaving. This was also another one, just good artisan shave soaps before cameras rolled. I used right here, Sterling Barbershop. This was great. This is just some really, really wonderful, wonderful protection from top shelf, top flight artisan shave soaps. That really, really did help protect the skin during my shave. Perhaps even the actual shave kind of aided in the healing process too. Because of that slickness and everything, it allowed the blade maybe to kind of get rid of dead skin cells in that area. I'm just guessing. You know what? Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below and let me know if the actual shave with a good, fresh, new razor blade quite possibly helped. And I know in doing my shaves, I didn't use a blade more than twice. So I was using either a new blade or a blade on its second shave. So that, I think, helped as well to get a new blade all the time. New, sharp, good sharp blade and a good top shelf razor as well. The other thing that really, really helped, and I mentioned this before, is, I got it right here. You can see I've been using it a lot. Dr. Selby, the Healing Skin Protectant Ointment. And you can see I've been using it not only for that little scratch, but for, dry skin and skin cracks on my thumbs and that sort of thing over the winter months. So I've been using this. This really, really helped heal that up very quickly, protected it and gave it a lot of nourishment. And that was really, really key. So Dr. Selby is something that I will use post-shave if I nick myself or have some kind of, slight scratch or something like that. This Dr. Selby really did a great, great job in healing up. Now, as far as what I use to knock the corners down on some of the alum blocks that I have, here's the one from Phoenix Shaving. This was getting, the corners were getting a little bit rough. This one from Parker also was getting a little rough. Also, we'll talk about it here when I get to the comments about some other varieties of alum blocks. But what worked really well for knocking down and smoothing things out was this right here is a fingernail file in this nail clipper. See how that kind of rotates out like that? This fingernail file worked wonderfully well. I was just able to kind of go around the edges and knock down if the edges were getting a little rough, just kind of knock them down. I was able to get some of those corners and just kind of round them off a little bit, rinse it under the water, maybe hold it under the water in the sink and just kind of, bring it up and just kind of knock it down a little bit. 2 shakes and I was done. This worked really, really well. So a very nice fingernail file like that. You can see how it has kind of a nice fine kind of grit, I guess you could say, on that blade there. So on the files, that really helped. It really helped to kind of smooth things out. And so I did my Parker and I did my Phoenix Shaving and some of the others that are in the shave den that I use from time to time and rotate around. So yeah, that file worked really, really well. Bart Bartlett wrote, to answer your question about alum blocks, I have never experienced any problems with the one I've used. I do think the ones that come in tubes, like the Shave Nation one, would always be smooth. Also, when you showed the Tabak puck, I was reminded to ask you if you compared the tallow version with the new vegan formulation. Tabak is still one of my favorites. Take care. Well, before I get to the Tabak question, yeah, you know what? The alum that comes in tubes like this Omega alum stick right here, this tends to be very, very nice and smooth, and I would think that the smoothness would be maintained. I also have the Shave Nation. This is like the deodorant stick kind of alum right here. And you know what? When I opened it up, you can probably see it right here. I think just from sitting there was just like maybe a little bit of rough edge here on the side here, and a little bit here on this side here, and then maybe a little bit just on one side here where I guess you'd call the end of it here. And again, this is where this fingernail file, just before I sat down to do this segment, I just took this fingernail file and just, real quickly, and that was okay. And I think that is just a little accumulation from the dampness, the kind of, maybe I put the cap on too soon is what I'm saying, and maybe almost kind of like a little crystallization form there. So I just knocked that off real quick, and it was fine. It's it's back to its original smoothness. I think next time around, I will probably just leave the cap off for a longer period of time so that it dries completely, so you won't get that crystallization there. And I'm also thinking that just a little bit of water under the tap too, and maybe rubbing it with your finger will take that right off too. But I think there is an advantage to these tubes as well. But you know what? You might want to check it also. Now, regarding the Tabak formula, vegan, tallow-based, I have not used the vegan formula yet. I still have plenty of the Tabak tallow-based soap. I got a couple of these pucks here, and I've got this bowl here. I got another bowl also with a brand new Tabak puck in it, and I just used this the other day to shave with. I had a great shave. Love the scent of Tabak. I did a brush load from the Tabak bowl here, and then I built a lather in a bowl. This was a game changer for me early on when I came back to the traditional wet shave. Did a lot of wonderful face lathering with Tabak. Just would load the brush right from the bowl and just face lather, and it was absolutely great. I'm bowl lathering now. This bowl lathered wonderfully, wonderfully well. So I haven't had a chance to compare the two. I don't have the vegan puck. One of the problems was when they announced the vegan formula, I went up to Amazon and I purchased a couple of pucks, and I received the older original tallow-based formula. And I guess they were trying to clear out their stock before they replaced it with the newer vegan formula. I think now if you go up to Amazon, I think you can find different listings up there for Tabak. One will be the vegan formula and one will be the tallow-based formula. And if you go through some of the comments and some of the questions, people will ask the seller or other buyers, hey, is this the tallow or is this the vegan? And then they'll get an answer, and then they'll order based on what they're looking for, if it's the tallow or it's the vegan. But I got to get up there and I got to get the vegan formula and compare it to the tallow-based formula. And again, love the scent. And a lot of vegan soaps out there have wonderful, wonderful performance. I mean, Parasso's a vegan formula soap. Phoenix Shaving is, non-tallow. Absolutely fantastic performance. So I'm expecting very, very good things from the Tabak non-tallow-based formula. So sorry, Bart, I haven't had a chance to try the non-tallow or the vegan formula of Tabak. Looking forward to doing it. Going to check and see if I have some Amazon shopping points, and I'm going to get a puck, and we'll try to review that fairly soon. I think I have, as a matter of fact, I think I have a spare bowl that's empty that is just waiting for a new puck. So I think that new puck will be the vegan formula. So thanks again for that, Bart. Really do appreciate it. John Shave said, oh yeah, John is across the pond. And of course they had the coronation recently of King Charles. And he had the day off. It was a Monday bank holiday the week before of the coronation. And then because of the coronation, they had another Monday holiday off. And he said that he gets mob days off. And I said, mob days? And he said, hi, Mark, laugh out loud. Mob days was a combination of bad eyes and fat fingers. It should have read Mondays. Well, if you would have said mob days and made something up, I would have believed that too. Thanks very much for that, John. Really do appreciate it. Chaz King offered this regarding alum blocks. Hey, Mark, I have a tip regarding your run-in with an alum block that decided to nip at you. Laugh out loud. Many of the cheaper brands of alum are pressed from the powder and or shavings of a full alum block. This process makes the block that is made more porous and is why sometimes they wear away a bit unevenly, causing sharp corners and edges. There's one exception to this style of alum block that I've come across so far, and that's Ozma. Ozma is a cut chunk off the whole potassium alum crystal instead of compressed powder potassium alum, which should help it wear away more evenly and prevent the sharp ridges and edges from forming. Not to mention, it helps to prevent the block from crumbling away once it gets small enough, like a lot of the compressed blocks do. Hope this helps someone out there. Chaz King. Hey, Chaz, thanks very, very much. Yeah, when I first started the traditional wet shave, when I came back to the traditional wet shave, the first alum block I purchased was from The Art of Shaving. And as I recall, that was a solid alum block. And my understanding is, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Ozma was supplying those blocks to The Art of Shaving. Again, don't quote me. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my understanding. I thought I read that someplace. I could be wrong. Anyhow, it was a solid alum block. And I often recommended the Ozma alum blocks on some of my earlier reviews, and I like them a lot. I also used this one here called Shash, right there. Shash alum block. This was available on Amazon, and this is brand new. I haven't used it. And you can see it's a solid alum block cut from a larger chunk like that. And this, I believe, was manufactured by Ozma for the Shash company. Now, I've yet to find this again online. Well, I haven't found it on Amazon in a long, long time. If anyone knows where we can find these Shash alum blocks, please let us know in the comments below, or send me the link and I'll get it posted in the comments below or in the description, because this was a nice size alum block. It was more generously sized than the Ozma blocks. And again, it was cut from it was cut and machined down, and it is very, very smooth. And I have yet to use it. Now, my preferred alum block of late has been the Phoenix Shaving alum block and the dry dock system with the no-slip grip. I like this a lot. And I have yet to have any of the Phoenix Shaving alum blocks crumble on me. As a matter of fact, I can show you a couple of the alum blocks that I've set aside because they wore down. Well, here, this one's getting small too, for gosh sakes. I mean, here's one right, here's the one I'm using currently on camera, and here's another one right here. You can see it's getting smaller, and even this one in my hand has gotten smaller from its original size. But these hold up very, very well. I mean, maybe a little bit of pitting on the back here. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem there. I have another one here that has worn down very, very well. Here it is right here. Again, this has been very solid, a very, very good performer, and no problem whatsoever. And yeah, I think maybe just introducing a little bit of water to this will help maybe smooth out maybe some of those edges. Again, I'll take a fingernail file to it if there's any problem. But really, I think it was this fingernail file here from the nail clippers. But I think that I really do think that it was kind of a fluke accident, but still it's something to be aware of, and I'm glad we're having the discussion. So Chaz, thanks very much. Again, folks, the Ozma alum blocks, very, very good. I have used them in the past. I have the Shash alum block right here. I think I might have some older Ozma alum blocks that are really, really small little slivers. Yeah, they wear down. They don't crumble. Yeah, they're very, very good. Yeah, I enjoy using those a great deal. But if anyone can find the Shash alum block, which was made or is made by Ozma, let me know, because I thought this was also a very, very good size. I like the size. And the reason why I shifted over to the Phoenix Shaving alum block is because of the size, the surface area. Much, much larger than that of the Ozma block. So that was another reason why I moved over to it. Plus the no-slip grip, the dry dock system. I like that whole system there. And again, it's held up very, very well. And the other one that was really surprising was the Parker alum block. The Parker alum block, this one has held up very well. This was much larger. Came in this size container here. You can see it's much smaller than the actual container it came in. This was really surprisingly very well. And this has held up well, although I did run a file on the corners and edges on this a little bit. But that one has been very, very good. And I think that one might be a compressed or pressed alum block as well. But Chaz, thanks very, very much for that regarding the Ozma alum block. Really do appreciate it. Kevin Weiss wrote, I'm using a Thayer's Witch Hazel Facial Toner with cucumber. After my morning shaves, it really cools the dome down. Great job on the video. Cheers. Hey, thanks very much for that, Kevin. We've talked about mixing Thayer's with some different concoctions to kind of get a witch hazel moisturizing kind of combination, kind of solution, that sort of thing. And Kevin recommends Thayer's Witch Hazel Facial Toner with cucumber. I've heard about this one, and I'm definitely going to check it out. So thanks very much for that, Kevin. Really do appreciate it, especially for my post-shave for my head shaves. Really interested in that one. Viewer Chris Smith wrote, Hi, Mark. Do you ever use the remaining shave soap for a face wash? I always try to. It also lets you feel any areas you may have missed. I always feel I'm getting the maximum use of my soap that way. Love the latest Monday morning mailbag. Hey, Chris, thanks very much. We've talked about using excess lather, leftover lather, to kind of wash your face post-shave. Chris, what you're suggesting here is great. You can kind of smear that on your face, I would think right before that final rinse or that warm water rinse, and kind of feel around and see if you've missed any areas. Yeah, really, really great idea. Thanks very much for passing that along. Viewer Wesley Kirby wrote, according to a video by Matt at Razor Emporium, there is a Super 109 and 85. This is the handle length. The Black Beauty is the post 1976, I believe, that has a black plastic bottom plate. Another great 3MB. I'm now off to listen to the second cup. Be well. Hey, Wesley, thanks very much for tuning in to Second Cup. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, Wesley is giving us an update on information on the Black Beauty Gillette adjustable razor. We talked about it recently in the Monday morning mailbag, and I was wondering about which one was called the Black Beauty. I believe I have a Black Beauty here, but anyhow, Matt Pisarcik at Razor Emporium is a wealth of information and knowledge regarding all the vintage Gillette razors. And I think this is the 109 right here because it's the longer handle. And mine does not have a plastic base plate. It has a metal base plate right there. And I think this is also goes by the name Black Beauty. I'm not entirely sure, folks. Let me know in the comments below. But the 85, according to what Wesley is saying, based on what he learned from Matt Pisarcik at Razor Emporium, the 85 is the shorter handled version of this. So thanks very much for that, Wesley. And by the way, this is a great razor. This adjustable razor, wonderful vintage adjustable razor. Thanks to Jim from Northfield again for passing it along. It really does give a wonderful, wonderful shave. And I tend to think this is, my impression is that it's tuned a little milder than the Gillette Slim or the Gillette Fat Boy. I could be wrong. It just might be me. I don't know. But it just delivers a really, really wonderful, smooth shave. So if you're looking for a good vintage adjustable razor, check out the Black Beauty, either the 109 or the 85. They're both terrific. And thanks for that, Wesley. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Gary Hogue wrote, on a previous Monday morning mailbag, you mentioned a stroke called the Gillette Slide. You said you weren't familiar with it. Instead of trying to explain it, I've included a YouTube video from Mantic59. He demonstrates how to accomplish it. It's actually quite easy. I use it just about every day at some point, and so far, I've never had a problem. Gary, thank you very, very much. We've been talking about the Gillette Slide on and off. Thanks very much for the link to this video. I think this might either be the same video that we were discussed in a previous Monday morning mailbag or another one. I took a look at your link. Yeah, really interesting discussion and demonstration by Mantic59 on how to do the Gillette Slide. Always great to reshare these links if they've been viewed previously or we've mentioned them previously. Gary, thank you very, very much for sending this along, because some viewers may not have seen that in a previous Monday morning mailbag, may have missed that discussion. So you know what? They'll probably see it now. Gary, thank you very, very much for passing that along. Really, really do appreciate it. James Sefton wrote, hey, Mark, received the fine lather bowl yesterday and gave it a test drive this morning, and wow, I have 3 other bowls and they all are good, but this one is over the top. Yeah, the fine lathering bowl. We've reviewed this bowl. It's really very, very well designed. It's got a brush holder right there in the handle. You know what? Hang on. Let me get mine. Just 1 minute. I'll get mine. Hang on. Okay, here it is right here. I try to put all this stuff on the table in front of me when I shoot this segment, the refill segment, or any of these segments, and sometimes I just forget. But here it is right here, the fine lathering bowl. Really, really well designed, has a low profile, has some nice raised ridges on the inside of it. It's ceramic, has a great handle that you can get your thumb through and get a really nice grip of it. And it also has this wonderful brush rest built right into the handle here, so you can take a brush just like this solar flare with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. And just set it there like that. And it's just fantastic. And a wide variety of brushes will fit very, very nicely on that brush rest right there. And yeah, absolutely fantastic lathering bowl. So James, thanks very much for confirming how how great of a job it does in creating a lather and also kind of carrying you through the shave with the brush rest, etc. Yeah, it's terrific. It just fits so nicely in the hand, and it is a great, great ceramic lathering bowl. And it's got the fine logo right there on the bottom of it. Yeah, so that's really, really terrific, and it comes in at a really, really nice price point. So thanks very much for that, James. Really do appreciate it. Viewer JC Shaves wrote, I'm needing to shave again for an evening out. Usually on the rare times I shave in the morning and need a touch-up for going out, I usually just do a touch-up with an electric or a very quick one-pass traditional shave. Lucky I don't have a very fast-growing beard like some guys. Thanks for another great 3MB. Here's to you reaching 10,000 subscribers soon. Thanks very much for that, JC Shaves. Really do appreciate it. This is in regards to a question we've asked in the previous Monday morning mailbag, and every so often, how often do you shave? Do you do a 3-pass shave in the morning and last all day into the evening out? Or do you find that if you're doing a shave in the morning, 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 passes, when you get home in the evening and you're going to go out for the evening, are you doing a second shave to kind of clean up, touch up, that sort of thing? I have done that. I have done like a 2-pass shave in the morning, and if I go out in the evening, I'll get a really nice mild razor, and then I'll do a nice touch-up shave. I'll do 1 pass, a little bit of a touch-up, depending on how efficient that morning shave was, and it's usually a really good shave. But yeah, I kind of play it by ear, but I like to have that clean feeling when I go out in the evening because I know it'll last throughout the evening. And sometimes if I don't do that, then by the evening's end, boy, I start getting something there and I don't care for that too much. Yeah, thanks very much for that, JC. And let us know, and folks, let us know in the comments below, what are you doing? Are you allowing that one shave, whether it's 2 passes or 3 passes in the morning, to last the entire day into the evening out? Or when you get home, before you go out that evening, are you doing a little bit of a nice touch-up with, with your safety razor and getting a nice lather and that sort of thing? That's what I like to do. I will use a milder razor, though, just to enjoy that shave and just to get ready and, slap on some nice aftershave and a little bit of balm and, have that great scent for the evening, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I like to do. Viewer Harry Alexander checked in again, and he wrote, "Thank you, Mark, for the shaving tip award." Well, you're very welcome, Harry. Thanks very much for sending in a shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. He continues here, "Rough alum? I use an alum roll-on stick. It's smooth and easy to use and store." And I think he's referring to one that is very, very similar to the one we've talked about, the Shave Nation. Yeah, it is very, very smooth. It's easy to store. It travels well. Great for home, great for travel. And again, I think the crystallization, those little itty bitty rough areas there were my fault. I think I need to towel dry it off after I use it and let it sit in the open air and dry out a little more without the cap on, before recapping it, that sort of thing. And yeah, very nice and smooth, does a great, great job. I asked him what brand he uses in Australia, and he wrote back and said it's a brand called dermal therapy. It's made in Thailand. There are other such roll-on alum sticks made in Thailand with other brand names. Well, thanks very much for that, Harry. Now, if anyone out there has a link to dermal therapy, the roll-on alum stick that Harry is referencing here, please post it below or email to me so I can post it. Really interested in seeing that product. And perhaps there are some other brands that the viewers out there know that Harry is mentioning here that are made in Thailand. Please, if you have any links to those, please comment below. Let us know so we can let the other wet shavers and viewers out there know where they might be able to get these roll-on alum sticks and try those particular brands and try the dermal therapy brand as well that are made in Thailand. So Harry, thanks very, very much for that. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another refill segment for this week. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, viewer Mark Bagwell gave us a heads up on some wonderful things happening over at Ariana and Evans. And as you know, Ariana and Evans make some absolutely spectacular shave soaps. They've become actually iconic. As a matter of fact, the Kaizen soap right here that I reviewed on the channel some time ago, this artwork has just become iconic. Everyone knows this artwork. And of course, we'll get into a little bit of a discussion here in just a moment regarding Kaizen. But Mark Bagwell sent along some information regarding some things that are going on over at Ariana and Evans, one of which is a brand new showroom. And as they write on their website, our showroom and club lounge are open by appointment only. Schedule time to browse, have a glass of wine, and take in all the different aromas which will be at your fingertips. The showroom is connected to our facility where all the magic happens and everything is created. We're available to host meetups and events as well. How about that? That is a really, really neat addition. So looking forward to a meetup at their new showroom. I hope that's coming down the pike pretty soon. That is really, really neat. They also have a sister company. And as they write here, visit our sister company for unique and exclusive offerings. The Shaving Shop and Club is our other online store offering uniquely different and exclusive offerings. Should you choose to become a member, which is optional, you'll have access to all our brands, including our Ariana and Evans line at 20% off. In addition, you'll have access to ultra exclusives only available to our VIP members. And to click here to check out our other site from their main site. Well, you know what? I joined the VIP group called The Back Room, and it's $9.95 for 6 months. And once you get in there, yeah, there's some really, really neat stuff to look at, some neat pricing. I'm still going through all of it. It really is a neat approach to purchasing wet shave soap and that sort of thing. So really excited about that. And thanks very much to Mark Bagwell for sending along the heads up on this. Really, really neat. I'll have a link below where you can check out both the Ariana and Evans showroom and check that out, and also their sister website where you can go up there and check out that. And if you want to, purchase a 6-month membership just under $10 to become a VIP. I've already done that. I'm really looking forward to that. And we'll also be reviewing some more Ariana and Evans shave soap in upcoming Monday morning mailbags. Now, I also want to talk about Kaizen shave soap, because the Kaizen shave soap gave me a terrific shave. And I believe this was the original soap base that I used. Well, they've created a new soap base for Kaizen. It's called Kaizen 2E or K2E. Now, before I get to that, let's just give you the scent notes of this again. This is absolutely fantastic. And if you want the new Kaizen with the new soap base. If it's sold out on the Ariana and Evans website, they say to try the sister store, the Shaving Shop, which is shavingshoponline.com. Anyhow, the scent notes are mandarin, Calabrian bergamot, lemon peel, neroli, honeysuckle, green apple, rose, tobacco absolute, Haitian vetiver, sandalwood, and cedarwood. Absolutely fantastic. And as Mark Bagwell explained, he looked up the definition of Kaizen, and Kaizen is a compound of two Japanese words that together translate as good change or improvement. However, Kaizen has come to mean continuous improvement through its association with lean methodology and principles. Kaizen has its origin in post-World War II Japanese quality circles. Yeah, that is really neat. So I can understand why they called this Kaizen, because Ariana and Evans is constantly improving this shave soap and some of their other shave soaps. So absolutely fantastic news from Ariana and Evans regarding their new showroom, their sister website, VIP backroom, Kaizen 2E, absolutely fantastic. Also, Mark Bagwell let us know that, he also tried one of the newer shaving soaps. I'm assuming it's newer. It's new to me from Ariana and Evans. It's called Limoncello. And Mark wrote, just finished a shave with Pedro Fiasco Limoncello shaving cream. Wow. This is a cream and I loved it. It's slick, a lot of cushion for a cream, and it generated so much lather in my bowl. It was almost too much, and I only used a small amount. The scent is fantastic. You need to try it. Well, there you are, folks. We will hopefully be trying that down the road. So there you are, some really wonderful new offerings from Ariana and Evans, some great activity going on. They've got the showroom and club lounge. They've got their new sister company, which is the Shaving Shop and Club. You can get in on VIP status, less than $10, get you 6 months, and get some exclusive offerings through that. Absolutely fantastic. Some really neat pricing schedules there. Also, really wonderful things going on in Ariana and Evans. You got Kaizen with their new K2E soap base, Limoncello that Mark Bagwell is recommending. Wow, lot going on at Ariana and Evans. So my thanks to Mark Bagwell for the heads up on this. We'll be talking about Ariana and Evans in upcoming Monday morning mailbags. Hope to review some products from them, and really looking forward to talking more about them, because they really are a great wet shave company. And again, this artwork, it's iconic. I think every wet shaver out there knows this artwork and knows the Kaizen artwork and the original Kaizen soap base, now a big improvement with K2E. So lots to look forward to from Ariana and Evans. Thanks again to Mark Bagwell for passing along the word on that. Folks, stay tuned. We'll be talking about it in the weeks ahead. Well, we're dropping in a little while later after doing the initial recording of the Monday morning mailbag, because Mark Bagwell very kindly sent along a review of Ariana and Evans' Pedro Fiasco's Limoncello, and we wanted to include it with this week's Monday morning mailbag. Now, if you go up to the Shaving Shop and the Club website from Ariana and Evans, you'll see a listing of Limoncello right there in the VIP area, and it's $11.96 on sale. Yeah, and here's what they write about it. Limoncello is the Italian word referring to an intensely lemon-flavored liqueur famously associated with and produced in Sorrento, the Amalfi Coast, and the Isle of Capri, but also very popular throughout all of Italy. Limoncello is made from lemon zest, water, alcohol, and sugar. It is a beverage usually consumed after meals, but is a perfect drink for every occasion. I created this in honor of my grandfather, Frank Capano, who was born in Calabria. I think we did a wonderful job. representing this wonderful drink. Yeah, it looks it looks very, very inviting. The artwork itself looks very, very inviting. Now, here is Mark Bagwell's review. Peter Charkalis. Peter, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I'm looking at it, Charkalis, Charkalis. Peter Charkalis creates magic in everything he does, and the Limoncello is a perfect example. Let's start with the performance. Slick, slick, and more slick. Obviously, it's 5 stars. But what surprised me was the cushion. High-end creams are always slick, but lack in cushion. Somehow, Peter has found a way to make a cream that is both slick and cushiony. I owned $30 creams that went in the drawer because of Limoncello. You have to try this to believe it. Now let's talk about the scent. Oh my gosh, the scent. If you love the smell of lemon, and I do, then you will love Limoncello. Twice last night, my wife caught me popping the lid to take whiffs of the cream. It's that good. But the joke's on her because she only caught me half the time. If you have not yet placed your order for Limoncello, then what are you waiting for? Wow, yeah, that is really high praise for a really, really fabulous shaving cream from Ariana and Evans. The performance is fabulous. The scent is fabulous. This is what Mark Bagwell is conveying here. And it looks like a lot of love and care went into creating it, given that Peter's grandfather came from Calabria, Italy. So check it out, folks. If you haven't become a VIP member, it's only $9.95 for 6 months. You'll have access to the back room. You'll be a VIP member, and you can pick up Limoncello, Pedro Fiasco's Limoncello for $11.96 on sale right now as I record this video. Mark, thanks very much for the great review. Peter, thanks very, very much for giving the wet shaving community a really, really great shaving cream. Really do appreciate it. Well, if you're looking for a new slant razor, Jim from Northfield passed along the following. Hey, Mark, I thought I would share photos of my latest additions to my shave den. These are 3 slant razors from Fatip. They are brand new, and best of all, I purchased all 3 for only $60 plus $5 shipping from a seller on eBay. 2 are the Lo Starto, and the other one is an Il Piccolo Starto. 2 are open comb, and the other one is a closed comb. As always, right time, right place for a great deal. Have a great week. Jim. Wow, Jim, these are absolutely beautiful slant razors from Fatip. Folks, if you're looking for a slant razor, a new slant razor, check out these offerings from Fatip. You can go up to their website. I'm sure you'll see a listing there. Check out eBay. Check out some other online sellers. Some great deals out there for Fatip razors. These are slant razors. I had no idea that Fatip offered a slant razor. So my thanks to Jim from Northfield for the heads up on this one. They look absolutely beautiful. Jim, let us know how they shave. Folks, if you're looking for a brand new slant razor, check out these offerings from Fatip. Jim, thanks again. Really do appreciate it. Well, viewer Scott Flynn checked in with a couple of beautiful wet shaving gear items. He wrote, "Hi, Mark. I watch your Monday morning mailbag religiously. It's my favorite way to start my week, along with a nice cup of coffee." Hey, thanks very much, Scott. Really do appreciate that. I wanted to follow up on one of your previous videos where a viewer mentioned HC&C SS, which refers to Hendrix Classics & Company stainless steel lather bowl. I just recently purchased one, and it has replaced my ceramic shave bowl. The build quality is amazing, and the built-in ridges create some amazing lather effortlessly. Highly recommend it, and the owner, Pete, is a pleasure to deal with. He also adds here, I settled on the straight-walled polished version, and I love it. You can get 2 different versions. You can get a rounded wall and a straight wall. You can get unpolished and polished, that sort of thing. We'll have a link to that page where you can check out those lathering bowls. They look absolutely gorgeous. And Scott, thanks very much for sending along the photo. He also wrote here, my new shave brush from Trotter Handcrafts. I ordered my first artisan brush from Paul, and he makes what I can confidently say are some of the most beautiful, high quality, and most flawless brushes I've ever seen. I opted for the G5C synthetic knot. He also adds here, it's my first handmade artisan brush from Trotter Handcrafts. Paul makes some of the most gorgeous brushes I've ever seen. I opted for the G5C synthetic knot, but he also offers a few other synthetics and a Fanchurian badger knot. You can message him through his website and have him design you any shape, color, knot brush you want. Wow. Thanks very much for this information, Scott. We will link both of these below, Hendrix and also Trotter below, where you can check out the shave bowl and these beautiful, beautiful shaving brushes. Both beautiful, beautiful wet shave gear items. Scott, thanks very much for passing this along and sharing the photos with us, and also your experience with them. Obviously, top-notch products that you really, really enjoy using. Thanks very much, Scott. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Now, a lot of you out there might be interested in learning how to shave with a straight razor. Now, before we get to that, Chuck Price out of New York City has an email. You can contact him and get information regarding some of the straight razors that he reconditions and some other vintage razors that he also deals with at breezyshaving@gmail.com. So email Chuck at breezyshaving@gmail.com if you have any questions about the kinds of straight razors that he offers or can help you recondition, that sort of thing. Now, Chuck very, very kindly donated this straight razor for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. It's absolutely gorgeous. And in talking about it, I mentioned that it's probably a vintage razor. And he commented and clarified the background on this razor. And I wanted to share that comment with you in case you missed it. And he wrote, the last year that William Elliott razors were produced was 1918. Now, this is a William Elliott razor right here. You can probably see that right there if I get that just right, okay? So it's not catching too much of a reflection. Let me close that up again. It's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous razor. Let me start over. The last year that William Elliott razors were produced was 1918. So the razor I sent is at least 105 years old. So not just vintage, but a true antique. Again, this is one of the prizes for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway right here. And some lucky winner is going to win an absolutely beautiful vintage antique straight razor that is fully functional and just beautifully, beautifully conditioned and polished up by Chuck Price. So it's absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. So Chuck, thank you very, very much again. But more importantly, if you're interested in learning how to do the straight razor shave, Chuck very, very kindly sent along a link to a tutorial. And he writes, this is a straight razor tutorial. It's very good, and he is a great teacher, Chuck. So I will link that below. I had a chance to take a look at the layout of it. There are a number of lessons there. It looks like it is absolutely beautifully organized. I'm looking forward to taking a look at it. And yeah, I'm very interested in learning how to use a straight razor myself. So thanks very much to Chuck for passing along the link. And again, Chuck, thank you very, very much for such a wonderful, generous donation to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, this beautiful, beautiful vintage antique straight razor. Folks, Make sure to share, make sure to subscribe, because when we get to 10,000 subscribers, this is going to be part of the prize packages giveaway, and some lucky winner is going to win an absolutely beautiful, beautiful straight razor. If you want to learn how to do the straight razor shave, Chuck has sent along a very, very informative and instructive series of videos, tutorials. We will link those below. I'll link that whole series below so that you can get a look at it. And I'm very much looking forward to sitting down and learning all about straight razor shaving. So thanks again, Chuck. And again, if you want to contact Chuck Price regarding straight razors, vintage razors, his offerings, his services, that sort of thing, breezyshaving@gmail.com, breezyshaving@gmail.com. We will also include that link below so that you can click on it and send an email to him just in a snap like that. Thanks again for the information, the link, and again, a wonderful, wonderful donation to the subscriber giveaway. Chuck, really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Rodney Ripplinger checked in and he passed this along. Hi, Mark. I found this at the Razor Company, and it's a blog post entitled Schick Razors, A Brief History. Now, we'll link it below. It really is fascinating. And as they write here on this blog post, Schick Razors, A Brief History. Schick razors have been around for quite some time, and if you are a hobbyist, it's quite possible you have at least one Schick injector in your den. The history of Schick is an interesting one, and one I hope to explore a little in today's post. Yeah, really, really fascinating. Check that out. You'll get a history of the Schick razor. You'll also get a variety of models that they were manufacturing and made available over the years. I think mine is a Type G. I'm not specifically sure where it falls into the Type G category. I always thought this was probably 1946, 1948, something like that. I'll have to check the list in the blog post, try to get a little closer to when this specific Schick razor was released and manufactured. This is terrific. I love this razor. Of course, I did a recent review with the Schick ProLine B20 blades. This was terrific, terrific shave. These blades really, really improved the shave quality of this razor. So when you pair up a great razor with a great blade, you're going to get a great shave. And that's kind of what happened with this Schick injector razor. Now, I've used other razor blades with it, the standard Schick razor blade, and the shave was good. Shave was good, but boy, these B20 blades were just outstanding. So really enjoyed the shave, and it really is a terrific, terrific razor. If you've never tried a Schick injector razor, yeah, they're fairly plentiful online on eBay and antique stores, that sort of thing, and in fairly good shape too. Some of them are really, really very, very good shape, and you can get these at nice price points as well. Read this article, read this blog post, get a history of the Schick razors, figure out which one you might want to pursue, and then you can kind of go to antique stores and eBay and other online resellers, that sort of thing, and secure a really, really nice vintage razor that will give you a really, really terrific shave. But the point is, the blog post will give you a brief history of it and kind of break down the different models that were manufactured and are available, that sort of thing. And yeah, hopefully you'll turn up with a really, really nice Schick injector razor. So Rodney, thanks very, very much for passing along the link to a really, really informative post, really informative blog post. Really, really do appreciate it. Thanks again, Rodney. Viewer Paul Desjardins checked in and he wrote, "Hello, Mark. Well, I really discovered the light touch method of shaving. What happened was this. I had to get some cortisone shots into both of my thumbs for arthritis. Well, what happens is, afterwards, your thumbs are quite literally useless. When I went to shave later that day, I could only use the thumbs as a stabilizer. The result was a super light touch was achieved. Afterwards, I had zero rash or irritation. My point is the light touch, let the razor do the work adage is true. The difficulty is actually sticking to it. Now when I shave, I try to mimic the useless thumbs situation, and it works. Take care, Paul. Hey, Paul, thanks very, very much for reminding everyone out there that it's 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Yeah, absolutely. Light touch, light touch, light touch. This is why I say it with every shaving review. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, gentlemen. It's like golf. I liken it to golf. If you have a nice, smooth swing, all you have to do is connect that head club to the ball, and the ball is going to take off. And you'll get a nice drive. That's all you need. You let the golf club head do all the work. Just come through with a nice swing. It's the same thing with shaving. A light touch. Let the razor do all the work. Get a nice grip of the razor, and just get that 30-degree angle, and just let the weight of the razor do all the work. And a nice light touch, and that's all you need, really. And let that blade and that razor head do all the work. A nice light touch, and it's something that I repeat in every review. And a lot of viewers have written and said that they really appreciate that because they have it in their head. It reminds them to use a light touch, and it pays big dividends in their shaves. And then after a while, through muscle memory, it pretty much becomes automatic. And I think that's probably the biggest challenge in coming from a cartridge razor to a safety razor. Cartridge razor is the approach and the technique is that you press that cartridge head against the skin and then pull, because those blades are already angled at the proper angle, so to speak, to shave with. When cartridge razor users come over to a safety razor, we have to stress a light touch, and that muscle memory from using a cartridge razor might still be there, which is why they may press a little bit with a safety razor. No, a light touch is all you need. And after a while, that muscle memory kind of kicks in. And again, I'm glad that the 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen, serves as a reminder to many in the wet shaving community, or many beginner wet shavers out there, that it's all you need. It's a light touch. So Paul, thanks very much for this really, really nice anecdote and illustrating how important it is to have a light touch. Good news that your situation kind of helped you rediscover the light touch. So thanks again, Paul. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shaving soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/markzarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle for you this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.